And the adventure begins. It begins another day. Me riding around a vehicle. What do I do most of my life? Around a vehicle. Hey, good Saturday morning. And here I am, getting in the nice new. So if you can walk around with me for a second, here's a brand new Lightning truck. And I've done tons of videos on all these vehicles that I own. So it's just redundant language in some ways as I lock up my Bronco because I have to go ride around the Washington, D.C. Beltway, which I do that, it seems like, every day of my life. So for the adventures today, it'll be behind the wheel of the brand new Lightning truck that I just picked up. And once again, I have tons of videos on the electric trucks, but since I have so many videos, I imagine some people get lost in all the videos I have. So instead, I'll just make another video of me gabbing away, driving the new F-150 Lightning that has no floor mats because somebody stole them. And if anybody's watching my channel, you're probably now seeing about the stolen Jeep Trackhawk, which I don't know. I don't know if it was officially stolen or not because I haven't called my sales guy, and I really don't want to do that, to be honest with you. Because it starts sounding like maybe I was part of that. You get that message? Yeah, you gotta be careful. There's the kid. There's the kid getting the horse and the dog. So the Kiefer dog, he's gonna go horseback riding with the daughter. Daughter's got him trained, so he knows how to be a good dog and do all that good stuff. So here it is. Here's the gate, that electronic gate that I have. I've my place gated because of the dogs, and I've had it gated for many years. People used to just wander on my property. If you think I'm making that up, I'm not. So it just doesn't end with the packages. It just doesn't end. Now the first challenge I have a 168-mile range. I've already been up to town to get the kid breakfast and back home. So earlier I had like a 186-mile range. Now I think I'll do about 120 miles today. I don't think I'll go much more than that. So as we get in the race truck, in so many ways this is a race truck because it's so fast. I mean, Lightning trucks, these electric vehicles, are so torquey. They are pretty crazy on how well they perform. And for me, I'm going to take the back roads because that'll kind of help the recharge and the distance for me to be able to go. If I get on the open highway, I'm really just going to suck down all this the mileage. So I'm going to go the back roads because that'll give me up and around the hills, down the hills, and that'll just kind of give me regen time. So yeah, once again, Lightning, and I went down to the trash this morning, and a gentleman that volunteers to help the Rorton Club, gentleman about my age, he came up to me and asked me how I like the Lightning. I said, yeah, it's a nice truck. And he's got a Ford ICE vehicle, a gas engine. And he said he was thinking about the Lightning, but he does a lot of towing. I said, I would not buy this truck. You'll regret it. He's like, yeah, that's my concern. I said, I've got a bunch of video on this vehicle of me towing, and yeah, it just isn't the best vehicle for towing. So anybody that watch my channel, if you're the tow person, don't buy a Lightning truck. You'll regret it because on the open road, you're not going to save any money. And on the open road, you have to go charge these things up. You're paying just as much or more money to recharge them as buying diesel fuel or gasoline. That's the facts. So you don't really gain anything. It's actually worse because you're stopping so much. And it's definitely anxiety range like you can't believe. So you just have to kind of think to yourself, you know, what really drives a person to be buying these electric trucks? I mean, what's really driving? I mean, why is a person buying an electric truck? Well, for me, I bought them because I was intrigued to know the technology and the reality of what they really are. But at the same time, for my business, it really does work for what I do because I'm doing 100 to 200 mile days typically, 150 probably average. And so I'm able to get up and go around, do things, and bring the truck back home with not having to recharge the truck in the field. So for the fuel savings, that is significant for me because I'm paying like 11 cents a kilowatt to recharge my truck. And if I use 100 kilowatts, that's going to be $11. Versus if I drive my other vehicles and I go 100 miles, let's just say, and I get, let's just say 20 miles a gallon, that's going to be 5 gallons of fuel times 4 is $20. So it's not really, you know, well, the 100 kilowatts, so that would have been 200 miles. So I should use that as an example. So 200 miles, so then that would have been 10 gallons of fuel instead of been $40. So that would be significant difference in monies. But I mean, other than that, I mean, other than the fuel savings, you know, what's really driving somebody to buy one of these? Besides, you have the power on board, but the other F-150 trucks have power on board capability. If you're thinking to use this to power your house, you get to spend a lot of money to get that type of system put on. So I can't see that. As we drive down the road, you have to look at my ugly ass face, right? Yeah, the bearded man. So, you know, what's driving somebody to want to buy this electric truck over a gas truck? I mean, I'm just asking. I wonder what does it. Is it because they like the idea of not going to the gas station? Is it because they like the idea of the incredible power it has, instantaneous? Do they like the idea of the new technology? I mean, I think there's a lot of things all combined into one that intrigues people to get these electric vehicles. But I'd be amazed to really hear a person sincerely say that they feel like they're going to save the world by owning an electric vehicle. I'd be amazed. I mean, I'm sure the radical ones out there will tell you that, but in general, I think most people will be on the page that, no, I don't believe that's going to be the answer to mankind's challenge in Mother Nature. There's just so many other variables that are playing out. As we go down the road, and once again, this thing doesn't show, well, it does show kilowatts. You can get that. So let's see where that shows that here. So it'll show you. So one right now, since I drove this home last night across 70 at quick speeds, this thing is only doing 1.5 miles per kilowatt. Typically these trucks do 2 miles per kilowatt. My black truck is for the most part a 2 mile per kilowatt. You know, when you go buy these new vehicles anymore, you know, the back end guys, which I respect, they're wanting to upsell you warranty, maintenance, gap insurance, which for me, I always buy gap because typically I'm burying negative equity into a vehicle that if it ever gets totaled, it'll be worth, the payment or the balance will be far more than what the vehicle's worth. So I always buy gap insurance, and I usually help out the service person to buy the warranty and the maintenance, depending on what type of vehicle it is. And so for on this here, he packaged a really good deal on the vehicle with the warranty, gap, and maintenance. And somebody like, maintenance? What the hell? Well, the maintenance on the vehicle can be more than you realize in an electric vehicle. Even though it has a gas engine in it, with having the oil change and other things, but other components need to be serviced, and apparently it gives you, you know, just peace of mind, I guess you say. But the biggest thing is, it's more about me just kind of giving the finance guy who takes such good care of me. I reward them because they do such a great job getting deals done, and they give me such good deals. And so it's just a give back to them. But yeah, you buy a maintenance program, this thing, what are you really getting besides changing the windshield washer fluid, windshield washer blades? But he said that it would include like the shocks and the brakes. So I was kind of intrigued to hear that. I don't know if I heard that right or wrong. I'm not sure I really heard that. So anybody out there watching my channel, yeah, I probably am confused on that. What are they doing to this house besides just gutting it all out? Wow, look at that. What a disaster. Yeah, right? So here we are, and here's this guy stopping up here. It's so cool. This has the regen brakes. So this thing comes down to a stop quicker. I mean, that's one thing about these electric vehicles. They really do stop with these wheel motors. And then you take off, and as you can hear, there's just there isn't any noise. And I'm not in the sport mode. I'm keeping it in the little tamer mode just because I don't know why. Yeah, I'm just comfortable with the way it is right now. So, I'm happy. But as I was saying earlier in my video, even my daughter was asking me this morning, it's like, are you excited about your new Lightning truck? I'm like, I already have one, so it's just a different color. So it really isn't like there's that much going on of me being super excited, because I've now owned the third Lightning truck. And I mean, I like the trucks, but it's just not the same as when I've had my eye on trying to buy something else. This just came out of pull it out of the hat trick. That's what's so crazy is the Jeep Trackhawk lured me into Coons Baltimore Ford, only in the end to buy a Lightning truck, and only in the end to be possibility the river's way up. Only in the end the possibility that the Trackhawk is gone. Which, crazy. Cool day up here in the Virginia, Maryland, DC area as we talk together and ride together on the new F-150 Lightning day. And we come through the train station here in Pointe Rocks, Maryland, which I've talked about so much, on how one time this was a thriving train station, but the pandemic changed all of that. The pandemic changed so many things of how we do things. It's really incredible what happened through the pandemic, and how people don't go to work like they used to. I mean, so many things have changed. And here, it's a pretty station too. Isn't that nice? It's a really good looking, good old train station. I haven't ridden a train in ages. I mean, I can't remember the last time I rode Metro anymore. Who wants to ride the Metro anymore? And it's kind of a cool day, so you would think it's Saturday that people would be out and about, but I tell you, it's cold. It's cold. So it just isn't that great a feeling to be outside because it's windy and cold. As our adventure continues. So I just reset the miles per kilowatt, so I can see this will be a little bit more real-time driving for me. Be in the back roads, city, highway. So let's see how this starts to play out. I think by the time the day's over, it's going to be 2 miles per kilowatt. And if you have a 131 kilowatt battery, it's simple math. 2 times 100 is 200. 2 times 31 is what? 62. So 262 mile range would be the range for me the way I'm driving the vehicle. But when you get up in the morning and the vehicle is completely charged in your garage, shop, whatever it may be, it usually shows like a 320 mile range. So 330 mile range is typically what this vehicle shows. But there's a lot of variables in order for that to happen. And typically you don't get that unless you're in a lot of stop and go. So here I'm at 2.2 kilowatts a mile, so that's pretty good. This thing in the back roads may give me 2.5 or 3 miles per kilowatt. It's possible. Just coming down the back roads, I'm surprised you can get a little better mile per kilowatt. So I'm at 2.3. I really thought I'd hit 2.5 or maybe even close to 3. So that's kind of, in some ways, disappointing. And I was in the non-sport mode. I've gone to the sport mode now to get a little bit more peppiness out of this. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a 2 mile per kilowatt. So like right now, I'm showing 152 miles. So in so many ways, that means I'm basically about at 70, a little over 70% of the battery. 70 kilowatts is what I'm trying to say. 131 kilowatt battery. That's 70 kilowatts. That's like a little over 140 miles. So I registered the truck last night with the Ford Pass. So now it'll be interesting to see if the Blue Cruise becomes available. So I think it will once I get in my lane. This doesn't have that GM and testing technology where, see that Blue Cruise, so it came on. So I can now take my hands off the steering wheel and do whatever, and there it is. See that? As long as I get that phone in the camera view, it won't start talking back at me. But here we are on the open road. What I see about taking the back roads is you don't have all this freaking traffic. I mean, I could take different ways to get around, but I always take the back road just because it just kind of relieves you of all the traffic. It's so in so many ways so bad. It just wears you out. Let's see there. Nothing on the pedals. Nothing on the steering wheel. And it's a 55 mile an hour posted speed limit. And in some ways, I'm the slowpoke. The left-hand lane's an 80 mile an hour lane. 75, 80, 90. Just depends what part of the road that these people travel down. The electric vehicles are kind of known for being kind of a cold or hot vehicle because of it's not the conventional gas engine. But what I've learned is you have this moonroof right here. In the cooler months, it really pays off because it heats the car up so much. Usually you get too hot, but it's actually to your advantage. Maybe out there shopping for an electric vehicle, in some ways you can get an open moonroof, sunroof. That's going to heat the car up for the winter months. Now, of course, it'll heat the car up for summer months, but you can close the shade. So that is a nice thing to think about if you're getting an electric vehicle. I think a moonroof is your advantage if you're in a colder climate because it helps heat the car. And there's Carvana's vending tower. I've been there. You know, Carvana's still in business. I mean, just something that people said. Yeah. Uh-oh. Well, I gotta go further than I thought today. So, does the range anxiety begin? I think I'll be alright. But I actually am going a lot further than I planned. And there's a Mormon tabernacle here in the DC Beltway. Years ago, I remember seeing guys clean that thing with all the scaffolding around it. Boy, talk about a brave individual. You going up that thing, woo. Yeah, it takes unique individuals to do that type of stuff. So I need to turn my Blue Cruise back on, but you know what? So the vehicle's saying I'm averaging about 2.5 miles per kilowatt. Yeah, if I get over here, I can hit my button, then we can kind of get her back in order here. And she'll probably go to the Blue Cruise hands-free shortly, I would think. But I don't know. We got a slowpoke here on the highway, the Beltway. Yeah, I'm surprised. Well, a lot of corners. There's a lot of corners. This thing doesn't usually like you to have hands-free. But I would think it would populate now. See if I'm right or wrong. It's just like right now. So see, it even shows an icon. Keep your hands on the steering wheel. So, yeah, I'm very surprised that the Blue Cruise hasn't activated. Isn't that something? I don't know what that's all about. I don't know. Yeah.
Towards the car.
So
got out.
So you're saying
2 o'clock in the afternoon.
2 o'clock in the afternoon. What, yesterday?
Yeah.
Or day before?
Day before yesterday, yeah.
It was Thursday.
Thursday.
But it was raining. Was it? No, it wasn't raining Thursday. That was Wednesday.
No.
Right.
Wednesday, yeah. Monday through Wednesday was raining.
Right.
Thursday had a break.
Right.
It's crazy. They waited for that because, they use that thing, the signal. Then you couldn't have no overcast. obviously you can't have overcast when they do this stuff. It was clear as day. Sun was out. They made a left, quick right on our body shop, parked right in front of it. Boom. And all you saw was a car bottled by the track car right on that. Like it was nothing.
So
even the track car guy, whoever was driving it, put his signal light on, making a right turn. And no one saw. You know, it's like so ironic that usually you would have people walking around, especially body shop.
right.
Especially body shop. They're in and out going towards those cars because the parts. Back and forth, and not one. It's like, you know what I mean? Somebody walking past. And even if they did, they probably would look at it like, you know, what's the odds of 2:30 in the afternoon coming getting a track on? What's the odds of that?
Yeah.
These guys are ruthless.
Wow. Yeah. So, do you think they had a key, a duplicate key or something?
That's a duplicate key, but now we're finding out the cops saying they got this thing that they can get these cars. Some kind of way they can make the key, the cell phone, the key.
Yeah.
Some kind of way,
Right.
Yeah.
They can get the radio frequencies and off the car.
Oh
my gosh.
It was a thing that it took them from the start of the video coming in to leaving 3 minutes.
Wow.
It was just that quick. It was like you getting out, get in the car like it's yours, and hey, you know, can you drop me off and I can pick my track up? Okay, yeah, sure. That's how they moved through the whole lot.
Wow.
They didn't go like to the dirt lot, you know. They didn't go to the paved lot looking for it. They didn't ride around the front. They went beeline straight to it. They came on the side over by those restaurants, came right down there, made a left turn, all the way around body shop. It's nice and smooth. They wasn't speeding. Took their time. Got out the car. Couldn't really see them because they had, you know, the hoodie and all that. Got in the car, did a little thing, bam.
So it's a total like inside job because they knew that car was there.
100%. The only person, the inside job person, actually told them where it was.
Right.
So whoever it was got paid to say location. That's all.
Right. Yeah, no doubt.
Period.
And you got to wonder if Antwerpen. I think it came from Antwerpen.
I think the inside job Antwerpen. Yep.
I think that
because they can, whoever over there rode over here,
right?
Like, you know, and then ride around until they found it, and then they like roll back out.
Right.
People do it all the time, and they say, okay, it's still there. This is where it's at. So if the track hog was moved, okay, you know, probably came through, took a picture of it. This is where it's at on this road here, and gave it to them, and they said, here it is. And the crazy part is the other track hog was the customer's track hog.
Right.
They didn't take that one. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. That's a good point.
They didn't take the customer's car.
Yeah.
They took ours. That means that they knew it was here. Yeah.
Yeah, wow. So,
yeah.
Oh my gosh. So what did Dennis say when he heard this?
I don't know. Dennis wasn't feeling good yesterday, so he's not even here today.
Oh, okay.
He caught a cold or something.
Yeah. So does he even know? Probably not.
I'm sure he probably knows now.
Mark,
I had to text him or whatever.
What about the tag on the M8? Probably a fake tag, or they didn't have one.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're going. It was tagged up too. It had a tag on it.
Yeah,
it was probably fake, stolen.
Oh yeah, there's no way that they kept a legitimate tag. You know what I mean? Wow.
Because you gotta remember, what cops not gonna? They're not gonna pull over $100,000 car.
Oh yeah, I know.
Especially,
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. They're gonna be running tags all day long. And cops have time to be running tags all day long. I mean, all the cars are out. How are you going to pinpoint which car is stolen and isn't? You're not.
Let me tell you something. My cousin is a retired. He worked for the Jacksonville Police Department.
Yeah.
And he said the number one thing, the problem you guys have up there is you're not doing cop work. You forget about hiring more cops and all that stuff. It's about cop work. He said, I guarantee you, if I was a chief of police in Baltimore City, the first thing I would do is make sure my guys completely traffic stops. You better legitimately have a certain amount of traffic stops per day, like running tags all day. If you're not going on a burglary or accident, emergency 911 call, you better be running tags.
Yeah, right.
You're supposed to be patrolling patrolling all the time.
Yeah, they're
Run
not.
tags,
Right,
run
they're
tags,
they're
run
not.
tags.
Right, but they're
He
not.
said you would solve 30% of all cases just like that.
Wow.
Because look, you run a tag, you
Yeah.
got 4 people in it, the tag's stolen. That's it. Now the
Right.
tag's stolen. Now you opening the, you know.
Right.
This is cop work. You don't need
Right. Yeah.
2,000 cops.
Right.
You
You
know,
need to do
you
the
need cops to do cop work.
Right. Wow.
That's what he said. He said,
Wow.
they said that's how New York got it. New York cleaned up and Chicago cleaned up because they did that. All they did was just ran tags all day.
Right. Yeah.
Instead of chasing this stuff, you're chasing crime. You keep chasing it instead of preventing it.
Yeah,
You're not going to catch all of it.
Oh yeah. Well,
So,
but the thing is, you know, so it's kind of hard to get excited about wanting a track hawk because it's gonna get stolen from you.
I mean, you're okay. I mean, you're rural.
Oh, I know that.
Really be stupid.
Yeah, I know.
Really go in there. The
Right.
dogs are barking. You're gonna probably have it in a barn.
Yeah.
Dogs are going crazy. So there's no, you know. It's
But I'm talking about just in general parking it somewhere. I'm just saying you got park it and go inside the shopping center in the mall. Oh yeah, I mean down here in this Fairfax area, it's happening.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah. You can't. Yeah, you can't go in the mall for 3 hours.
No, right, exactly.
You got to have a different car. But it's like you riding around one day just for your business. Yeah, you'd be fine.
Yeah,
because his car's right there with you.
You're right.
You know.
But wow. So is Mark gonna try to? You think Mark's gonna try to find another one? He's like, nah, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth the exposure.
Nope. I think that's probably the last one we ever did. I think this, you know,
it's just so risky.
Yeah, just take a risk. It's a lot. I mean, think about it. If somebody would have stopped them, say, "Hey, what are you doing?" I think they would have shot him. I think things would have happened. I don't think they were just going to say, "Oh, we're sorry. We're just going to wait till the cops get here." No. You're trying to steal a car,
right?
And that's grand theft. That's FBI stuff.
Right.
You're right down the street from the FBI.
Right.
That's the crazy part. Right down the
street. Oh my gosh. Probably inside FBI jobs, making second.
Who knows?
Oh my gosh. Oh well, yeah. Just what's the odds of you coming yesterday to buy this Lightning truck and you and I opened this case up? You know what I mean?
He just was there. We opened it up. I text Mark. I said, Mark, I had Gary with me.
Yeah.
We searched every single car, the whole 22 acres. The cars inside the building, body shop, everywhere. It's not here. He said, oh my gosh. It's like that.
Oh, geez.
And then here come the film and then the video, and then here we go.
Wow.
Clear as day.
Oh my gosh. Just crazy.
Anything,
Hey, did you get my little bracelet thing off the rearview mirror?
Yeah. He said, I got it on my desk. Yep.
All right. Well, I'm out working, man, enjoying the new Lightning truck. So that's what I'm doing right now, making video and all that stuff. Okay. So
cool. All right.
So I'll be in touch. All right.
I've been down south on Tuesday to visit my dad. He's been sick. He's better now.
Yeah.
Just want to check in with him.
Yeah.
I'll be back Saturday. So
okay. Well, the next excitement is the Bronco or the Raptor Ranger.
Raptor Ranger. That's the next one. Hopefully it gets here in the next couple of weeks.
That would be nice. Yeah, it sure would.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
All right. I'll see you.
All right. See you.
Thank you again.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Wow. So you just heard all that, right? Oh my gosh. It is so bad. I mean, sincerely, why would you even